Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about the latest in the world of Mama June. Family crisis, and it's a story that's been unfolding over months. But only recently, Mama June confirmed it herself. Pumpkin and Josh Efford are officially divorced. And while Pumpkin seems to be moving on, fans have been rallying around Josh during one of the toughest transitions of his life. Let's start from the beginning. In August 2024, Lauryn Pumpkin Shannon filed for divorce from her husband of 6 years, Josh Efford. They share 4 children, Ella Grace, Bentley, and twins Silas and Stella. The reason was described as irretrievably broken, and a settlement agreement was filed in Wilkinson County, Georgia, confirming that they had been separated since July and had agreed on a parenting plan that included 50-50 physical and legal custody, no child support, and splitting children's expenses evenly. The divorce was finalized in September 2024. But it didn't take long for rumors and drama to follow. A few days later, Josh was involved in a serious car accident. His truck was flipped upside down in a crash. Reports claimed Pumpkin was his emergency contact but didn't rush to the hospital, allegedly calling him someone just looking for a check, which drew criticism from fans. On the show, Pumpkin and Josh had been portrayed as trying to juggle the responsibilities of raising 4 kids plus care for Pumpkin's sister Alana. Josh at one point admitted he'd reached a breaking point while helping raise Anna Cardwell's children as well, saying he couldn't take on more, and fans empathized with him, supporting that he shouldn't be overburdened. Fast forward to spring 2025. There's a big shift in the dynamic. Pumpkin has begun dating Darrin, who is related to Josh through marriage. He is Josh's cousin by way of his stepfather. Pumpkin clarified that Darrin is not a blood relative, but the tie added awkwardness to the situation. In the July 18th episode of Family Crisis, Mama June reacts live, saying she needs time to process the news and called Pumpkin's decision, "Divorce ink not even dry yet." In a People interview, Pumpkin expressed that this new relationship with Darrin feels genuinely supportive. She said, "I don't really feel like I have to beg for the bare minimum anymore," adding that Darrin and her kids get along and that they already felt like family. She said she's in a much happier place now. Meanwhile, Josh moved fast as well. He welcomed his 5th child, a daughter named Sadie Mae, on May 1, 2025 with his girlfriend Brianna Godwin. She posted on TikTok declaring, "If the world was against him, I'd be against the world," earning comments calling her an upgrade from Pumpkin. As the season unfolded, fans began to show solidarity with Josh. Many viewers felt Pumpkin ended the marriage abruptly and empathized with Josh's struggle to navigate co-parenting and heartbreak at the same time. Comments online read things like Pumpkin just dropped him out of nowhere and reflected sadness that he was left suddenly emotional and vulnerable. When Josh was shown emotionally moving out of the shared home, leaving a note saying, "I can't believe you've been lying to me. I'm packing my S, and I'm gone," fans reacted with sadness and support for Josh's heartbreak. On TikTok and Twitter, fans expressed genuine sympathy for Josh. Many applauded him for being a devoted father, raised Alana alongside Pumpkin, and voiced concern over rumors that he might be phased off the show. A recurring sentiment was that he had been a rock for the family and deserved dignity. Some called for him not to disappear from the show or the spotlight entirely. Others welcomed his new relationship and affirmed his ability to move forward. Then Mama June herself weighed in. In a recent People interview, she confirmed that she and the family saw signs the marriage was troubled long before the separation. "We all knew behind the scenes it was in the works for many years," she said. She also added that Anna's death in December 2023 opened their eyes to how fragile life is, pushing Pumpkin to reevaluate her marriage. In another clip, June responded to Josh's accusations that her addiction contributed to their divorce. She defended herself, saying he'd never liked her, and pushed back by saying everyone made mistakes, including Josh. Despite the tension, Pumpkin and Josh agreed to waive alimony and child support. Pumpkin would stay in their home and Josh had 60 days to move out. The 4 children would be cared for in a shared custody arrangement, and costs divided equally. As the show airs, viewers are seeing the real challenges of co-parenting while going through personal transitions. Now fans are deeply divided. Many support Pumpkin's journey towards self-fulfillment. She has expressed she's fulfilled in prioritizing herself and her kids, no longer begging for emotional investment she didn't receive in her marriage. Others rally behind Josh, applauding his steady presence, commitment to parenting, and seeming humility. That sense of tragic loyalty from fans emerged after the moving out scene and the emotional turmoil he showed on camera. Alana Thompson also shared she's lost contact with Josh. She revealed in an interview that he had simply stopped speaking to her after the divorce, even though he raised her for years. She says she doesn't know why and doesn't want to speak ill of him, calling him someone who helped raise her through difficult times. This has fueled more compassion for Josh and frustration over family fractures. So here's where it all stands. Mama June has confirmed the divorce as final, saying the cracks were visible long before official filings. Pumpkin has embraced new love and seems happier. Josh is now a dad of 5 and trying to navigate life post-marriage. Fans are emotionally invested in this story, with many expressing heartfelt support for Josh, seeing him as unfairly maligned or abandoned but still a loving father figure. What we're likely to see over the rest of Season 7. More family therapy, more flashbacks on what really went wrong behind the scenes, and more on how Pumpkin and Josh learned to co-parent effectively with kids at the center. We'll also see more reaction to Pumpkin's new romance with Darrin, the continued tension between June and both of them, and Josh carving out his new life with Brianna and baby Sadie Mae. It's a messy, emotional journey. It's also real. At its heart are 4 young children who now divide time every other week with each parent, a big blended family including Alana, and a matriarch trying to hold it all together. And fans are watching closely, choosing sides, sharing tears, and rooting especially for Josh, who many feel is the sympathetic figure in all this turbulence. Thanks for watching. If you follow the story, comment below. Which way do you lean? Are you Team Pumpkin, Team Josh, or just Team Kids? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell for updates as this drama unfolds. Attention. Look, she said. I just got out of a marriage. That's not something I take lightly. I love Darrin, and he's been there for me through everything. But I'm not rushing into anything. I'm not saying never, but right now I'm focused on healing, on my kids, and on building something strong without pressure. Lauryn Pumpkin Shannon has been through a lot in the public eye. Ever since she first appeared as the spunky, funny, and no-nonsense sister of Alana, Honey Boo Boo, Thompson on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, fans have followed her life. One of the biggest questions fans have had lately surrounds her relationship with her longtime boyfriend, Darrin Kitchens. Are they still together? Have they split? Are they going to tie the knot? And now that she's finally divorced, is marriage even something Pumpkin wants anymore? Let's take a deep dive into everything we know, and what Lauryn herself has revealed about this chapter in her life. First, let's rewind a little and look at where things started. Lauryn met Darrin when they were teens. He wasn't part of the reality TV world. Darrin was, and still is, a relatively private guy. He's not one to jump in front of the cameras, and that made him stand out. While much of Pumpkin's family life has been chaotic, from Mama June's legal troubles to Alana's struggles with growing up in the spotlight, Darrin always seemed like a steady presence. They've been together for years now. Fans remember how Pumpkin would often post photos with Darrin in their early days, captioned with sweet messages. At that time, she was just starting to transition from her Honey Boo Boo fame into adulthood. It was clear that he supported her through a lot, and she leaned on him as a safe place. Darrin was there through her pregnancies, through her gaining custody of Alana, and even when she and her family were dealing with Mama June's addiction. But despite being together for years and raising children together, Pumpkin and Darrin never officially tied the knot. That's something that's puzzled fans for a long time. Many wondered why the two, who seemed to be deeply committed, never had a wedding or even got engaged publicly. When asked about it, Lauryn was always honest. She never felt the need to rush into marriage. To her, commitment wasn't about a piece of paper. It was about showing up every day, raising kids together, and weathering life's storms as a team. She once said in an interview that marriage didn't make a relationship more real, loyalty did. But now, with Lauryn having finalized her divorce from Joshua Efford, the father of her children and her ex-husband, the conversation has shifted.